circuit, especially over the last year. Very impressive frame. And you talked about projection before, as we talk a fair amount about that with pitchers, but there is a chance for him to fill out. You can see that there's some present strength already with Jimenez.
Yeah, there's no question on that. Really good 6'2" frame. Plays the infield, can play short and third base. Look for, at the major league level, you and I get a chance to see that on a regular basis. You're looking for a power component here as well.
A bouncer to second. To his left is the second baseman. That's Eric Bavara, who will throw him out. 2 up, 2 down for Ethan Sutton in the first.
Sutton right out of the gate throwing strikes, and he's throwing strikes with his fastball and that one breaking ball so far. So that's what you want to see it right out of the gate.
You got to look at Eric Guevara, who makes the start at second base for the blue team and had no problem handling that. We'll talk plenty about these players' stories and their scouting profiles throughout the course of this weekend. Scoreless, and here's Cooper Pratt, physical right-handed hitter from Oxford, Mississippi. He's committed to the national champion Ole Miss Rebels. As he takes a fastball high, it's 1-0. Pratt, 6'4", 195-pound shortstop. And he's not even one of the bigger guys in this class. He might not even be one of the bigger middle infielders in this class. Here's the 1-0. Upstairs, it's 2-0.
Tremendous size. When you see a kid this age, 6'4", as you mentioned, 195, born in 2004, and you're going, man, 18 years old. What happens when he gets into major league ball or into professional ball if he decides to forego his college career and he starts to get a little stronger?
He takes a strike there. It's 2-1. Pratt, a guy from a very athletic family. Professional bloodlines up and down. His uncle just named the head coach at BYU. As he waits for the 2-1 from Sutton. That one misses inside. It's 3-1 now.
So watching him during batting practice, I like the way he used the middle of the field, which is a lot of times you'll see younger players, they're more pull conscious, trying to in a ballpark like this, or at Fenway, you see him starting to pull the ball a little bit. He had a really good approach. He has an advanced hitting approach, I would say.
He lines that one down the left field line, and fighting the sun, the left fielder over to cut it off in the corner is Morales. And Cooper Pratt, the first hit of the ball game with a stand-up double.
Well, love that 3-1 fastball. Inner third, turns on it really, really well down the left field line. See the left fielder Morales going down there to backhand it, but no chance in catching Pratt. You see the athleticism play out there on Pratt as he gets into second standing up.
Zion Rose will hit as you get a look at Pratt getting the lead from second base. Rose from Chicago, starting in left field today, but has been primarily a catcher. 6'1", 210 pounds, out of Brother Rice High School. Right-handed hitter. He, like Pratt, has been playing in a lot of the major events over the course of this summer.
You and I got a chance to see him at the All-Star break there in L.A. at Dodger Stadium. He was catching that day.
He takes a strike at the knees, 0-1.
It seems like that was last year, and it's just been a couple of months. He's still on the circuit here. Probably the last one, right, of the year? This one
just about,
right
yeah.
About
I think
the end.
World Wood Bat Championships are the big one for the travel teams that are coming up in 2 weeks. But in terms of showcase events, this is the last major one. That one tapped foul. Plate and the count 0-2.
See Sutton touching 94 there, so 92, 93, 94. He's been sitting in that range here in the early part of the first inning.
And almost entirely fastballs, with the exception of that one breaker that he got the strikeout on of McLaddy. I mean, it really seems like he has worked on trying to locate that fastball.
Yep, pitching ahead in the count. And these three of the first four batters, he's ahead in the count.
The 0-2. In the dirt. He went to the breaking ball there. It gets away for a second. Pratt hustles to third. The throw in time to get him. Excellent throw by Harrison Bothwait, the catcher. Look at Pratt getting the secondary lead, and a perfect throw to Trey Phelps to gun him down, and the inning is over. Double for Pratt, but he's thrown out trying to advance on the ball in the dirt. We go to the bottom of the first. White nothing, blue coming to bat. It's the New Balance Future Stars Series from Hartford, Connecticut on YouTube TV. No score, last of the first. The blue team will send Antonio Morales, the Boston area resident, to lead off. And you get a look at Hudson Hamilton, the right-hander for the White Squad from Spring, Texas, in Grand Oaks High School. Committed to the University of Texas. Jim, 6'1", 210-pound right-hander.
Love it. He's pitching out of the windup, semi-windup there, three-quarter arm angle. I'd say aggressive approach is what the reports are. Little short, little slider, three-quarter slide-up, and a sinking changeup.
First pitch is on the corner for a strike at 92. 0-1 to Morales. Morales listed at 5'9", 174 pounds. Attends the Roxbury Latin School in Norfolk, Massachusetts. Now, Jim, you're going to have to help me with my Massachusetts pronunciations. I know I want to try and sound as much like a local as I can. Did I get it right?
Well, there's no R's there. No R's in there,
Norfolk.
So you don't have to worry about that. But Norfolk,
well, there is. In Norfolk, there is.
Yeah, it's Norfolk. You could say it Norfolk if you'd like.
Okay.
And everyone in Massachusetts will know what you're talking about. Roxbury? Want to go? Want to do the Boston accent for Roxbury? Want to try it?
Here's the 2-1. That one chopped back to the mound. Hamilton has it underhands to first for the out. And the leadoff man gone. In the blue first. No score. And that'll bring up Eric Guevara.
Nice little aggressive fastball there from Hamilton, 92. Firmness. The thing about this, we have a nice little angle on the side view there. And the one thing that you get on this angle that you don't from home plate is to see if there's a little extra life on his fastball, which he was showing there in early going.
Guevara takes a good breaking ball for a strike, 0-1. Guevara from Statesboro, Georgia, originally born in Panama. He plays his high school ball at the Georgia Premier Academy, up and in. It's a 1-1. He is committed to go to Auburn, the Auburn Tigers, making the College World Series this year under their outstanding head coach, Butch Thompson. Guevara, compact hitter with a really good feel to hit, it seems like, Jim. That one fouled back.
He really does. He hits the ball line to line. He handles the breaking pitches well from the reports on it, and excellent balance, good bat head speed, which is another thing that you look for here at this age.
Here comes the 1-2 from Hamilton. And instead of step off, he tries to get on the same page with Walker Barron as catcher. Guevara just got finished playing in the 18U World Cup down in Bradenton in Sarasota, Florida, where he had a big tournament as he fouls that one back. I was talking to him a little bit about the experience earlier, Jim. He was 11 for 24 with 2 homers on the week. He said they were in just about every game for the Panamanian team, but said that he got walked off a couple of times, but he had a huge tournament. Pitch, swing and a miss. And that's out number 2.
Nice little slider there from Hudson Hamilton, looked like. That pitch goes down the way to righties, a little bit bigger slider than maybe you might see ordinarily. It's kind of a slurvy type pitch, but that one, perfect spot for that, just off the plate for a swing and miss.
2 outs for Rowdy Rodriguez. You're going to look at Rodriguez's travel team. He takes a breaking ball strike. It's 0-1. Rodriguez, 6 foot, 180 pounds. He also attends the Georgia Premier Academy. He is one of the most tooled out players in this game.
Just exciting player. He was one of those guys that you circle coming into this going, all right, I cannot wait to see how this kid plays. He's got a quick bat. Really stood out during batting practice.
He runs extremely well as that one's upstairs. It's 2-1. He's got a very, very strong arm. He has all of the things that you look for in kind of a classic outfield profile. 2-1. Upstairs. It's 3-1. He clearly has a decent idea of the strike zone there. Now he's in a good hitter's count. We saw Cooper Pratt in the top of the inning get to 3-1 and double. Let's see if Rodriguez tries to turn it loose here. Pitch. He takes high, ball 4. It's a 2-out walk and the first base runner for the blue team.
You know, it's always interesting when you have events like this. It's a combination. You want to show scouts that are here, and there's scouts from every 30 teams, that you know how to play the game, but you also want to be aggressive and show that you can hit, and that you can hit this type of pitching too. So it's that constant tug and pull and push back and forth. Like, do you want to walk all the time? No. Do you want to be swinging aggressively all the time? No, you do not. So it's that kind of, that's what I think I like about this.
As Trey Phelps takes a ball outside.
These 3 days of playing games, you're going to get a good look at all of these guys, and you're going to get a chance to see their overall approach at the plate.
Yeah, well, Phelps is a guy who has always performed well. 6'3", 205-pound right-handed hitter. He also attends the Georgia Premier Academy as he takes a strike with a breaking ball. It's 1-1. Power and speed, good defense at third. He'll play some outfield as well. He is one of those guys that I think if there were a pickup game in the park between games of the doubleheader tomorrow, he'd play in it. He just plays a lot of baseball.
Yeah, he's been playing a lot, as you mentioned, and you get to this time of the year, and any level, pro level, major league level, even here at the amateur level, it has a physical grind to it.
Runner goes, pitches a ball, and Barron does not make the throw. It's a stolen base. Rodriguez got a good jump there. It just didn't seem like Barron could find the handle.
Yeah, he didn't actually hold him all that much. When you look at what Hamilton did, he came right to that set and started to deliver, and it looked like Rodriguez timed him up well.
And now Barron's going to go out and pay a visit to Hamilton to just not only go over some signs of the man at second, you should get a look at the right-hander's flowing locks. In the bottom of the first, no score. Again, the first of 3 games this weekend, 2 coming tomorrow at Fenway Park in Boston. Here's the 2-2. Called strike 3. He lands a breaking ball again, and a pair of strikeouts for Hamilton in the first. A walk, a stolen base, a man left. We've played 1, no score at the New Balance Future Stars Series main event. We head to the top of the second, no scores. You get a look at downtown Hartford here at beautiful Dunkin' Donuts Park. It was fun standing around the cage with a number of the coaches here, some who are former big leaguers, some who played in the Eastern League, who were just blown away by the quality of this facility. As Zion Rose stands in, he was at the plate when Cooper Pratt was thrown out trying to steal third in the top of the first, and he hits a slow roller to short, charging and throwing on the run and not in time is the shortstop Balamina. Balamina had a tough play on that one, Jim.
Well, Rose got jammed in on his hands there. Fastball in on the hands. He fought it off, but he got out of the box really well for a guy who's spent a lot of time catching. He got down the line really quickly. Ends up getting that nice infield single.
It seemed like that Valania needed to make a little bit of an adjustment on that. He was trying to get coordinated to get the throw off, but very difficult play. And now Walker Barron swings at the first pitch and dumps it into center field for a base hit. Rose will stop at second. And the white team in business as they have back-to-back hits to start the second inning.
Well, love that aggressiveness there for Barron. So a little adjustment here for the offense now for White here in the second inning. They noticed the first inning, a lot of fastballs there by Ethan Sutton. They're like, all right, we're hunting fastballs early in the count. If he throws a fastball in there, we're going to take a really good swing. And all of a sudden, they have 2 men on, nobody out.
Zach Plaskart will bat. Plaskart, you can see, plays his travel ball with the SoCal Giants. 6'4", 180-pound first baseman. Committed to U of A. The pitch gets away, and the runners will move up to second and third.
Well, that's a good read there by the lead base runner, Zion Rose there. You saw the ball got away. Didn't get away all that far. You see this pitch way inside. Barely gets off the dirt, but Rose made an aggressive move to third and easily goes in there.
Plaskart has some power. This is a dangerous hitter here as he takes a strike. And the count 1-1. He has huge raw power to right field. And that's something that Chip Hale and his staff at University of Arizona are very excited about. They're Trip Couch, their outstanding assistant, helping to recruit there. As Howard misses high, it's 2-1. Should mention in 2 weeks that the Future Star Series is going to be in Tucson for an event. Playing at High Corbett Stadium, the home of the Wildcats, the University of Arizona Wildcats. 2-1 the count.
See Plaskart, big kid, good size there. And these are the type of guys there, left-handed swing, 6'4", 180. You know that when he gets into either pro ball or in college, he's going to put on some extra weight, and you'll see the power come.
Takes a strike. That was a pretty well-located fastball from Sutton. It's 2-2.
Sutton has had a couple of fastballs on the outer third there, down right at the knees, perfect location, and very difficult as a hitter to attack there, especially when you're ahead in the count.
We talked about it. He didn't really use the breaking ball very much in the first inning. Wonder if he goes to it here. 2-2. Pitch. Called strike 3. Fastball in the inside corner. Plaskart called out on strikes, out number 1.
Well, that's a tough pitch. They set up on the inside corner, and he just dots it right in the inner third, right to the catcher's mitt there. Bartholette gets in there really nice on that back knee and ends up throwing a perfect strike there for the first out.
Daniel Harden bats. Harden, left-handed hitter. Starting this game in center field for the White squad as he takes outside 1-0. Harden from Prairieville, Louisiana. Catholic High School in Baton Rouge. He is uncommitted. So this is an important event for him as he looks for a college commitment. He swings and misses. And the count 1-1. Harden getting a deep breath there. Go ahead, Jim.
Oh, tremendous athlete, as you can see with Harden, and got a nice quiet approach at the plate.
Pitch. Outside, it's 2-1. Excellent football player. 2-time football state champion. He's won a baseball state championship. He's played a couple of times in the USA Breakthrough Series.
He can really run a 6'4", 460.
Pitch. And there's a strike, 2-2. That's one of the fastest in this game. I think the fastest in this draft class is actually in the high 6.2s. But just to give an example, and what a 7 would be about, anything under 7 is a really good time, right?
Yeah, 6'6" is at the top of the scale, and he's faster than that. 6'6" would be about a 75 runner.
That pitch misses just low, and the count is full. Looked like a well-located fastball from Sutton right where he wanted it.
Boy,
Didn't
Sutton's
get the call.
got some really good location on both sides of the plate, down around the knees. Very difficult to square that pitch up. Hasn't had much of a feel or hasn't really shown any off-speed punch. Maybe one or two, and that's about it. Let's see what he does here.
Pitch. Swing and a miss. Another well-located fastball that Harden swings through out number 2.
Well, that was a nice little piece. Almost a little bit of a two-seam action there. Running down and away to the left-hander. Started out on the plate, then ends up off it, and Harden with 2 strikes had to protect.
Sutton gave up back-to-back singles to start the inning. Then a pass ball put runners at second and third. Now a couple of strikeouts, and he's 1 out away from getting out of this with the speedy Boston Barrow at the plate. And barrels one to right, and right there is the right fielder Rodriguez, and the inning is over. Excellent job by Ethan Sutton to pitch out of that jam. Second and third, nobody out, and no one scores. We've played 1.5, no score. It's the New Balance Future Stars Series, brought to you by Project 15. Bottom 2, no score. Dunkin Donut Park in Hartford. Quick look at the skyline as we get ready for the second inning here. Harrison Bothelet, left-handed hitting catcher, will lead things off. You start to see some throwing down in the bullpen. That's Javi Torres, who is expected to be the second man in today for the White Squad. First pitch from Hamilton, misses low, 1-0. Duke, we were talking a little bit at the break about the difference in styles between the 2 starters that we've seen so far, and between Hudson Hamilton and Ethan Sutton. Pitch misses. It's 2-0.
No, Hamilton has shown a really good mix, fastball, breaking ball. He's gone to the breaking ball a couple different times in various counts and not afraid to throw it. First pitch for a strike, throw it back to back. With Sutton, we really haven't seen any other off-speed. He's been pitching almost entirely with his fastball to both sides.
That one misses high. It's 3-0. And I think that's the thing that stands out is that Sutton's fastball command has been excellent. He's put the fastball where he's wanted to, whereas when Hamilton has needed a strike, it's been more about trying to get the breaking ball over. He's behind 3-0 here. Both will let the power-hitting catcher who draws a 4-pitch walk to start the second. Second walk issued by Hamilton.
Well, he was in the first, walked with 2 outs, He walked the number 3 hole hitter, was able to get through that without too much problem. This is a little different. He walked the leadoff guy. This is something that we'll see if he can do something that we just saw Ethan Sutton do, which was pitch himself out of trouble.
Landon Stripling bats, left-handed hitting. Designated hitter from Georgia, Lawrenceville, Georgia, and Parkview High School. He takes a strike, 0-1. He is committed to Texas Tech. Stripling, though, Jim, was the Gwinnett County Pitcher of the Year last year. So most high school guys play both ways. Stripling hits it in the air to left. Moving over is Rose, and the right-handed left fielder makes the catch with the sun in his eyes for out number 1.
It's a little tough sun field out there in left field at the moment. So he was going to his left field, to the left, into the left center field, ends up making the play and throws the ball in. But a little bit of a battle of the sun here for another couple of minutes, it looks like.
1 out, man at first. Let's see. Rose with his sunglasses on his hat. That's a tough spot to be in if you're the outfielder there, as Colin Priest steps in, throw over to first, and the runner dives back. I feel for Rose a little bit in that it's just too dark probably to put your sunglasses on, but there's just that little bit of brightness. It's not like one of those situations where you wear your sunglasses on your hat on a bright day.
No, the way the sun is setting here and the way the buildings are set here in the downtown area in Hartford, that sun, a little bit of a sliver that sneaks through there in left field. The rest of the field, for the most part, is not covered in sun.
Now, light's just starting to take effect here. You get a look at some of the glare as it hits off the Hartford building. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Priest with a big cut on a high fastball. It's 1-1.
Ooh, big swing. Tell you what, his batting practice, Colin Priest put on a show. He hit a couple balls out of the ballpark here in right field in Hartford.
I mean, and when you say out of the ballpark, you mean
like all the way.
He clubs that one to center, moving back, and with a beat on it is Harden, the center fielder. He makes the catch for out number 2. Now, Harden had his sunglasses on to make that catch. So apparently the glare may be a little different in center field.
Well, he just did not panic. That is a tough ball to approach because it's on a line, and he didn't panic at all. The way Harden went after that, he realized that he just needed to stay with it. The ball was not really above the brim of his cap, and so therefore it's more in front of him than it was behind him, and he ends up making the play pretty easily.
David Ballanio bats with a man at first in this scoreless game. Born in the Dominican Republic, he takes a strike. 0-1, but attends English High School here in Dorchester, Massachusetts. Did I get that one right? Dorchester, sorry. I try to work on it.
Yeah.
I think it's important that when upstairs to pronounce it like the locals do, because that's the way it's pronounced, right?
They'll best understand you.
I got in an argument with my wife when we were up in Maine a few weeks ago about banger versus banga.
Yeah. She didn't know what you were talking about.
She did not appreciate my attempts. Back to the mound. Nice play by Hamilton. Underhands to first, and the inning is over. So Hudson Hamilton does pitch around the leadoff walk. We've played 2, no score. It's the New Balance Future Stars Series main event. Third inning, no score. Ethan Sutton's needed 29 pitches to get through the first 2 innings. The right-hander gave up back-to-back singles to start the second, but then got out of the jam without any damage. We'll get into his final inning of work here. 9-1-2 due for the white team. Sutton committed to Georgia. 6'3", 200-pound right-hander has shown excellent fastball command. He's an outstanding student as he faces Darnell W. Parker. Takes down low, 1-0. Parker from Carrollton, Virginia, committed to Washington State.
You had a nice conversation with
long talk with
Parker.
Darnell, talking a little bit about where he grew up and his family. 1-0, wrapped foul in the third base dugout. His parents run a foster care organization called CATCH, Concerned Adults Teaching Children Hope. And he has one sister who has a PhD and another studying psychology. And he has a younger brother as well. I mean, he is an extremely bright young man and a really interesting family as he gets hit by that pitch and will lead off. And now he's got terrific speed, too. But we had a long conversation talking about it. He was really curious. And I said, what do you want to do? He goes, I'm not sure yet. He's like, but I know I want to help people. And that just really was impressive. A really, really fine young man who's going to go play at Washington State and the program that they're trying to build at Wazoo.
Yeah, he's got 4 siblings, and look, I think he's the youngest of the 4.
There's a 14-year-old. There's one that's younger than him.
All right, yeah, that's it. 14, Cole, and he's going to IMG. He's gone down there to Sarasota, the baseball and sports school as well. But I mean, that is for serious baseball players, and he's going to end up going, like you said, going off to school on Washington State. They were the most aggressive. There he goes.
Parker takes off for second. The throw there in time as he got maybe a little too early a jump, and Sutton throws him out.
We like the aggressiveness, just a hair too anxious. And I got to give Sutton the credit there. He didn't panic. He steps off there, and the shortstop, Balania, got there in time to tag him out.
You know, I think that's one thing that stands out already is we have not seen players panic defensively, right? I think you mentioned that before in the last half inning with Harden. There, Sutton just doing what they need to do. As that one misses outside, it's 2-0.
Well, I think generally when you see this first day, at least what I've seen over the last couple years, it gets a little sloppy there early, and then they settle in a little bit. They realize they don't try to do too much, but so far it's been pretty clean.
Roller to second, and Guevara will underhand in time to get McClatty. 2 outs here in the third.
2 quick outs there for Sutton. Again, aggressive with the fastball, getting outs without much other than the fastball. And you see Guevara there charging the ball hard, makes it that tougher play look real easy.
Antonio Jimenez bats. Jimenez from a terrific high school program at Archbishop McCarthy. He is a Miami commit. Now, you were talking about Daniel Harden's speed earlier. Jimenez runs a 6.63 and has an incredibly strong arm. He takes low. Well, no, at the bottom of the zone, a strike. That was a breaking ball.
First
That's the
curveball.
first one we've really seen from him, yeah.
One that was pretty good. Here he is. He's almost like, well, you know what? First time through the lineup, I'm just going to go with all fastballs, and now I'll mix in the breaking ball. He's not pitching 9. He's just going to go 3.
Upstairs. It's 1-1.
But I like the fact that he's throwing that in there for a first pitch strike. Really good spot for that, too.
I mean, he really, outside of that strikeout in the first, I think, maybe one other breaking ball, he managed to get through this lineup once using a fastball that's in the low 90s, the pitch. Inside 2-1. And just for context on that, I mean, yes, is 90 miles an hour hard? Yeah. Is it hard for a high schooler? Yeah. But a number of these players have been playing on the travel circuit all summer, and there's a lot of guys that are throwing 94 plus consistently. So I think it speaks to his command and probably the life on the pitch. That one popped up foul, third base side. It's 2-2.
He's had plus command of that pitch, of that fastball. You know, he loves to throw that thing down around the knees, and he'll locate it so far tonight, almost perfect spot. Very difficult if you're a hitter because you're not quite sure. You're expecting maybe a little bit of life off the plate like we saw with this, I think it was the second out there in the second inning, a little two-seam action, and most of the time it's been a four-seamer.
Fastball takes off on him there, and the count is full. We're still scoreless in the top of the third. Three and two the count. And the payoff to Jimenez. Foul back. He had a pretty good rip at that fastball. It was out over the plate. Maybe elevated a little more than what Sutton wanted.
Yeah, you're not seeing many misses up in the strike zone there, but Jimenez, not the pitch that he's looking for there, does a nice job fouling it off. That Archbishop McCarthy High School, that's where Al Avila is from, and some of those major leaguers. Got quite the crew of major leaguers that have come through there.
Jimenez waits, and the payoff again. He swings and hits that one into shallow left. Going out is the shortstop, and making the catch is Balania, and the inning is over, and Ethan Sutton works 3 scoreless frames today and taking all of the sting out of that swing with a well-located fastball as the blue team comes to bat in this scoreless game. We head to the bottom of the third of the Future Star Series main event. Get a look at Bears Smokehouse Barbecue here at Dunkin' Donuts Park. The Eastern League season recently ending for the Hartford Yard Goats. As that league into the playoffs, and now you see Hudson Hamilton for the White Squad in this Future Star Series main event. 2 scoreless innings for him so far, and the first pitch to Kyle Henley misses low ball. It's 1-0. Henley, and then back to the top of the order with Antonio Morales and Eric Guevara. Henley, center fielder, committed to Georgia Tech. Here's the pitch. That one in the dirt, 2-0. I believe this was the hitter that Jeremy Booth from Project 15 was saying before the game reminded him of Austin Jackson. Right?
Little Austin Jackson.
Kyle Henley?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Little Austin Jackson there, major leaguer, center fielder. We got a chance to look at. Boy, I tell you, this guy, does this have an Atlanta Braves draft pick written all over it?
It takes a breaking ball up high. It's 3-0.
Local guy. Georgia Tech commit. All of a sudden, you're seeing him drafted in the second round, like with Michael Harris there in the major leagues. I think, was Harris a second rounder?
He was, yeah. 3-0. There's a strike.
All of a sudden, he's signing a big deal, and he's playing in the big leagues at age 21 or 22.
You think Dana Brown might be tuned into this one?
Dana's already locked in on Kyle Henley. I'm sure of it.
3-1. He swings and fouls that one off to the right.
Quick speed, bat speed, though. A little late, like you mentioned. He has tremendous bat speed, gap power. Man, I really liked watching him during batting practice.
I'll tell you what, Danny Hall and James Ramsey may want you to ixnay on the aft ray at Georgia Tech with this. That's a chopper to short. That's Pratt who shows off his arm and throws him out. Leadoff man gone in the third. Strong
that fly kid. Pratt, nice play there, deeper in the hole, not completely in deep short, but to his backhand, comes up, makes a strong throw up over the top. Good carry on his throw.
Antonio Morales bats. You get a look at Pratt. And here's Morales. Morales built like a powerful young man. He's committed to Wake Forest. Pitch outside, 1-0. Plays football, basketball as well at Roxbury Latin High School outside Boston. It looks like Walker Barron needs something equipment-wise. The catcher for the white squad. Yeah, it looks like he might. Does he need a new pad, or is it sunglasses?
Might be some glasses, a little bit
of glare. Oh, there's a little bit of glare.
Yeah,
if there is, the sun is shining off of the Budweiser Pavilion out in center field and just above it, and I think it's, you can kind of see there above the batter's eye, there's that kind of what looks like tin or aluminum area, and I think it's reflecting right back into his eyes. Pitches upstairs, it's 2-0.
You know, Morales, the kid here from Massachusetts, it used to be a day where you were worried about guys not playing enough. Well, the circuit and the way it is, and if you're playing at the high level, there is plenty of baseball to play, even up here in New England when the weather maybe isn't good enough. And that's the thing with Morales, is he's an advanced kid. Whether he has played in Massachusetts or Florida, whatever, he's playing against some of the best competition. And yeah, the fact that he's able to turn that into a potential Wake Forest degree as well.
There's a strike. It's 3-1. Plus, he plays multiple sports, which I know, we spend a lot of time talking about the specialization in baseball. There are a ton of multi-sport guys in this group, right? And Morales is certainly one of them. That one in the air to right center field. It's going to get down and it will roll out to the fence. Morales on his way to second. He's going to head for third. The relay is offline. It's a triple for Antonio Morales. And the blue team has a man in scoring position with one out.
Well, as soon as he hit the ball into the gap, you know he could run. We talked about the athleticism. You're like, this got to be 3 bases all the way. And the center fielder tries to track it down there. Harden does, just up against the fence. Once it got to the fence, there's no question he was going to third. He ends up easily getting a triple on that. I was watching the lineup of just the way that they were double cutting there, right? Because these guys had not played together at all. And so they were lined up perfectly. The only spot, this pitcher wasn't backing up.
Guevara rolls one through the left side, and it'll give the blue team the lead. Eric Guevara, coming off that red-hot 18U World Cup, delivers an RBI single and Blues up 1-0.
Love the aggressiveness there. Here's first pitch fastball, drills it in between short and third. Solid single, and then he drives in the first run of the ball game.
Now Guevara, who we mentioned before, 11 for 24 in the 18U World Cup for Team Panama, has the lead, and he's got a lead from first as Rowdy Rodriguez takes a strike, 0-1.
Interesting now, Hamilton going back to the breaking ball. He got away from that a little bit. Those first 2 batters, or the leadoff batters here, the Morales and Guevara.
Pitch, swing and a miss. A high fastball up around the letters. It's 0-2.
Now he goes back to the fastball now. It's a little different coming off of the breaking ball. His breaking ball has been good, but he got a little behind, and both Morales and Guevara took advantage of the fastball up over the plate.
Rodriguez, who's committed to South Carolina. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. Throw from Barron down to second. He is not in time. In under the tag is Guevara. It's a strikeout and a stolen base. Now there's 2 outs and a man in scoring position. That's the 3rd strikeout for Hamilton.
So you're seeing the aggressiveness here of the blue team going on, trying to steal bases. And really what you're seeing here is they've timed up Hamilton's delivery to the plate. He's been real predictable so far. And instead of stopping and maybe giving a 3 count or something along those lines and keeping the runner steady there at first, they're getting a nice little head start. And I think that's why you've seen 2 stolen bases against them so far.
Here's the slugging Trey Phelps to bat. First pitch, that one in the dirt and to the screen. And that'll send the runner Guevara to third. Triple, single, stolen base wild pitch and a chance here with a base hit from Phelps for the blue team to put up a crooked number in the third inning.
You've got to be real careful with Phelps. Excellent hitter, clean-up hitter today.
Pitch. Checks and takes a strike on the inner third. It's 1-1.
That's a tough pitch right there. Went curveball away. Catcher could barely get his glove on it. He goes fastball, inner third, ties him up.
1-1. Set. Pitch. Fouled away. And the count 1-2.
So let's see if Hamilton get himself out of this jam here. Gave up one run. The key here you'd like to see is, can he limit the damage, right? Even at this type of level of ball, you see it at the pro ball level. They've got, some guys have a hard time keeping that inning just to one run. Let's see what he can do.
Pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him on a really good breaking ball. That was maybe the best one Hamilton threw all day. And back-to-back strikeouts end the inning. But the blue team strikes first on the RBI single from Guevara, following the triple from Morales. We've played 3, 1-0. Blue leads white here at the New Balance Future Stars Series main event. We head to the fourth inning. 1-0. Blue leads white. 1-2-0 for the blue team. 0-3-0 for the white squad. And we have our first pitching change of this game, as the new right-hander coming in for the blue squad is 6'2", 200-pound right-hander Hudson Maddox from Kirk Academy in Grenada, Mississippi. He is committed to the national champion Ole Miss, where he will be teammates with Cooper Pratt, who swings and clubs one to deep left. Going back on it is Morales to the fence. It's gone, and this game is tied. Cooper Pratt's got a double and a homer in 2 trips, and he's even the score at 1.
Boy, he has had 2 really aggressive passes at fastballs. His last at bat was a 3-1 fastball. He crushed for a double, and this one, first pitch heater, There is a no-doubter on this one. Out of here in a hurry.
Morales chasing it back, and Oliver Service, the catcher in the bullpen. He had that one tracked. That's a pretty good catch with a catcher's mitt. 1-1 the score as Zion Rose takes a strike. 0-1. Maddox greeted with a home run from Pratt. And now Rose bats. He singled his first trip, and he takes low. It's 1-1. Here comes the 1-1. That one in the dirt. And the count 2-1.
Maddox, fastball so far about 88, 89 miles an hour. I think that fastball that Pratt hit out was an 89 mile an hour fastball. But he throws a little bit of a, we'll call it a slurve at 82.
Pitch. That one tapped foul at the plate. That one off of Rose's front foot, and that is not going to feel good. My guess is that Rose is going to do a fair amount of catching this weekend, which means that he's going to get beaten up beyond that. See, not a good start when it's a chilly night here in Hartford. Temps in the 50s.
Woke up this morning, 49 degrees, Western Massachusetts, especially after leaving 92. I know you left probably 102.
It was only 95.
Flew across country, landed here. What was the temp?
It was in the 50s last night.
58.
Yeah, it was chilly last night waiting for the Uber at Bradley Airport. I would foul back. It's 2-2.
Nice little two-seamer there for Maddox, keeping the ball down. And Rose, nice job fouling that off, keeping his at-bat alive.
Maddox getting the sign and the pitch. Down low, it's 3-2. You will not be surprised to know that Zion Rose was a football player for a long time in high school. Brother Rice in suburban Chicago, a long-time football power. And he swings and misses there, the fastball, and that's out number 1. But he is focused on baseball, and you can tell he's a little frustrated with himself there.
Well, that was a good location there. Fastball, Maddox not overpowering, 89 miles an hour, but locating it down and away to his glove side, and he gets Rose to swing through it.
1-1 the score. Walker Barron stands in. We didn't get a chance to even talk about Barron in his first at-bat because he singled on the first pitch that he saw. First pitch to him is a breaking ball for a strike. It's 0-1. Barron doing the catching to start this game. He goes to IMG. He's committed to East Carolina. Very, very strong-armed catcher. And he takes a slower breaking ball for a strike. It's 0-2. I would think that Hudson Maddox knows the reputation of Walker Barron, and that's probably why he started it with a couple of breaking balls.
He attacked the first pitch fastball last time up.
Check swing on a breaker in the dirt. It's 1-2.
And all he's been throwing is breaking stuff here the first 3 pitches. So, yeah, I'm sure he's pretty well aware now. This kid loves to swing the bat. He's got excellent balance and power potential.
He's listed at 5'11" and 175 pounds. As you get a look at Maddox, getting ready to deliver the 1-2. That one just off the plate. Everybody thought it was a strike except for the home plate umpire. It's 2-2.
Even Walker Barron thought he was called out.
Oof.
He started walking to the other dugout. Got something. I got an itch on my mouth here. That was all.
Just off the inside corner. It's 2-2. So Barron, fortunately, he'll get another pitch here. The pitch, swing and a miss. That one he swings through, and that's out number 2.
He just wanted to go to the breaking ball again there. So he went slider, curveball. Caught him looking with a fastball. Didn't get the call. Went back to the breaking ball for strike 3.
After the homer, back-to-back strikeouts for Maddox. And Zach Plaskart will bat. Powerful left-handed hitting first baseman as Maddox tries to get through this inning without any further damage. We're tied at 1. The pitch. There's a strike.
We'll see what adjustment Zach makes here. Last time up, took a couple fastballs for strikes, ended up getting caught looking.
He swings and bounces one to first. Gloved there, and taking it to the bag himself is the first baseman Priest, and the inning is over. But Cooper Pratt hits a leadoff home run to tie the game as Priest takes it to the cushion there as Maddox gets the last three of the frame to end it. We've played 3.5. White and blue tied at 1 in the New Balance Future Stars Series main event. So you get the changes. Bottom 4, 1-1. You're watching the New Balance Future Stars Series main event with Jim Duquette, former general manager of the Mets and the Orioles. I'm Mike Farron, back at Dunkin Donuts Park here in Hartford, Connecticut. And you get a new pitcher for the White Squad. Your first look at Javi Torres, the 6'1", 195-pound right-hander from Judson High School in Converse, Texas. He's going to go play for Steve Trout at Texas State.
Solid delivery and mechanics, strong-bodied kid.
And his first pitch is fouled back at 91.
Real good fluid arm action. So you see that looseness there. The fastball can be a strikeout pitch. He likes to use that up in the strike zone for his out pitch.
Harrison Bothelet is at the plate. Left-handed hitter. And the pitch in the dirt, it's 1-1. I was talking to Bothelet a little bit. You know, he was part of, at the All-Star game every year, they do a high school home run derby. And a lot of times they pick those players out of what's now the prospect development pipeline All-Star game that's there. As Bothelet rolls it towards the middle, Pratt scoops it up and throws him out at first. One out. But so I was talking to Bothelet a little bit about it, and he's like, yeah, I got invited to the home run derby. It wasn't in the All-Star team. He said, I got a DM saying, hey, you want to come and do that? And he was like, yeah, I want to come and do that. He's like, it was awesome. It's the first time he was ever on a big league field. It got to be at Dodger Stadium.
Love it.
Got to compete in the prelims, and really good performance for him there. One out. First pitch swung on and missed by Landon Stripling, 0-1.
Firm 93 there from Javi Torres.
Got to look at Stripling, the Atlanta area product. He takes a strike, it's 0-2. A lot of Atlanta area products. There's a lot of great amateur baseball being played around that area. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Boy, that was quick work. 2 outs.
Fastball, curveball, and you want to talk about aggressive with his pitches. There was no chance there for Landon Stripling out front of the breaking ball.
2 outs. And here's Colin Priest, the first baseman. Still tied at 1 in the bottom of the 4th. Priest lined to center his first trip. He swings and misses. Tardy on that fastball at 93.
Torres letting it fly, man. You see the aggressiveness right out of the gate. You got to love it. He's got thrown only 1 ball so far of his 7 pitches.
Pitch. There's a strike, and it's 0-2.
93 backs it up with 92. His first batter got a real easy soft ground ball, and then he just dominated his last at bat, and here he is again.
0-2 hit on the ground to short, backhanded by Pratt. Throws to first in time to get Priest. And a 1-2-3-4 for Javi Torres. Quick work, and we got to see some of the defensive prowess of the 6'4" Cooper Pratt at short for the White squad. We have played for 1-1, white and blue, New Balance, Future Stars Series main event. Top 5. America runs on Dunkin, and so do we at Dunkin' Donuts Park in Hartford. Would you say that was a smooth transition or not?
Yeah, that was a good transition. I probably used a little bit of coffee right now.
It's starting to get a little chilly in the booth. On this cool September night, as you get a look at Daniel Harden leading things off for the White squad in this 1-1 game. Left-handed hitting outfielder facing Maddox, and the first pitch fouled at the plate, 0-1. Maddox gave up a leadoff home run in the fourth, but then settled in. And Hudson Maddox rocks and delivers, and Harden hits a soft line drive into right center field, a base hit. Over to get it is Henley. Harden racing for second. The throw's on the money, but just a little late. And Harden using his speed for a hustle double.
Well, that was impressive because he had little hesitation as he rounded first base. That ball's in the gap, and I thought he was going to right away, but I don't think he was quite sure of it. And once he got cut off there by the center fielder, Henley, Harden says, I'm going for it. And, man, does he turn on the jets between first and second.
Yeah, you saw there Henley hesitate just a little bit in getting over there, but got himself into a good position to make a strong throw. So now the White with a go-ahead run at second, and here's Boston Barrow, who takes a strike. 0-1. Barrow speedy, contact-oriented hitter, committed to UCLA. Pitch. Swinging a tapper to the right side. It'll move the runner to third as Guevara charges and throws to first in time to get Barrow for out number 1.
We'll take that at bat, move the runner over. I'm not sure he was trying to do that, but it looked like he was out in front a little bit, so nice job there turning that changeup into a productive out.
Here's Darnell Parker Jr. Infield's going to come in this 1-1 game in the fifth. As Parker stands in, playing at IMG, first pitch. There's a strike at the knees, 0-1. Hudson Maddox on the mound, Jim. His freshman year in high school, tore his ACL in his right knee. It's his push-off knee. He was playing football, and his right leg just buckled. And he said, when I was talking to him about him, he said, I didn't even realize that I'd torn my ACL when it happened. And coaches were like, you got to come out of the game. Started his rehab in January, re-tore the ACL. That one misses low. It's 1-1. So he was out of baseball action for a long time. Now, fortunately, it coincided with 2020, with the COVID year, so he didn't miss much in terms of games. But Maddox really started to put it back together that next fall and started getting back on the circuit of events that is stronger than ever. That one in the dirt. It's going to get away, and Hardin will come home and score standing.
Well, tough pitch there to keep in front of you, but I see it was a little late there. Bartholet is a little late trying to get down and block that pitch. The pitch was down and to his glove side. I would like to see him get down, keep that ball in front of him. It gets away, and there's the second run.
So 2-1, the white team leads. Pitch. Called strike 3. Barker is out, and that's out number 2. 3 strikeouts now for Maddox. 2-1, white squad leads. And back to the top of the order with Tristan McClatty.
Maddox doing a nice job without that electric fastball that we've seen out of some of the others, at least right now, 87, 88, 89. It makes a little sense after you told us about his knee there that maybe that velocity is starting to come back eventually.
That one chopped towards the middle, backhanded by Guevara. Off balance, one-hop throw to first, and Priest able to keep the bag, and the out recorded. Nice play by Guevara and a nice job by Priest to scoop that throw and keep his foot on the base. Excellent job defensively here.
Well, I'll tell you what, to his backhand, off-balance throw, one hop, nice play by the first baseman Priest, and got his foot tangled up there with the runner, but was able to hold on.
White team gets the lead on a wild pitch. We are halfway through this one. White 2, blue 1. It's the New Balance Future Stars Series main event. Bottom of the 5th, 2-1, White leads Blues. You're going to look at the retired numbers here in Hartford for Roberto Clemente and Jackie Robinson, and Javi Torres gets ready to start his second inning of work. Some defensive changes for the White squad. We'll go through those in just a couple of moments. The first pitch to David Balnia is a strike. It's 0-1. The right-handed hitting infielder takes a breaking ball low, 1-0.
Torres had an impressive first inning there of work, very short work, throwing strikes with both of his pitches here, and we'll see what he ends up doing here, second inning of work.
Swing and a miss. Had him out in front on that one. It's 1-2.
74, and then a little 81-mile-an-hour kind of slider, slurvy type pitch.
He misses outside. It's 2-2.
Going with that breaking ball.
Torres earlier this year had a game where he struck out 20 batters in a 7-inning game. Think about that. That was 95 up and in, and the count's full.
Well, I can see where he would dominate high school hitters with the mix of pitches that he has. He's been 93 to 95, and he is on the attack. Good breaking ball as well.
Payoff. Swing and a miss. That's a really good breaking ball, and that's strikeout number 2 for the right-hander Torres, 1 out.
3-2 curveball. Love to see that pitch coming off of 95. Very little chance that Belania able to make contact on that one.
Kyle Henley will bat. So Torres, in that game that he struck out 20, the first hitter of the game lined out to center field. He didn't walk anybody. He gave up 1 hit. He recorded the next 20 outs on strike. And I said, did you realize that it was going on? I guess not till afterwards. There's a strike, 1-1. He's like, I knew I was pitching well. And I said, well, what do you think about more, the 20 strikeouts or the line out to center. He gets 100% the line out to center field.
Love
That's
it.
the only thing I think about.
That's fantastic. Well, I just love it. He gets the sign. There's no shake. He's just going on the attack, and he comes right at you.
It's an up-tempo delivery, but with good control of it, and he lands a fastball on the outer third there. It's 2-2.
He's been that was 90. That looked faster than that coming off of the slow curve.
Pitch, swing and a miss. Boy, that is a nasty breaking ball. Nice play by Tyler Minnick, the new catcher, and a good scoop by Plasker to first, out number 2.
Oh, nice pick all the way around there, down there at first base. But, boy, you want to talk about an impressive pitch count there or pitch sequencing there from Torres. Wow.
You know, Texas State had this magical year where they were very, very close to making it to the super regional round. They had Stanford on the ropes. Boy, if Steve Trout gets Javi Torres to campus, he's going to be really happy as that one misses down and in. Holden Browner is going to hit for Antonio Morales. He is committed to Tennessee. 5'10", 175-pound outfielder. He fouls that one back. And the count 0-1. Browner, compact swing. He's got surprising juice. Pitch, swing and a miss. Is that a changeup that time? I think he just dropped a changeup on him that was pretty good.
Oh, my goodness.
He's got 3 pitches.
Where did that come from? The changeup. He's been holding out.
Pitch. Down low with a breaking ball. It's 1-2.
I mean, I'm sitting there. If I'm blue team going, I don't know. I got to look first pitch fastball and see if I can put something in play.
Pitch. Upstairs. 2-2. You know, our angle here is we're watching from the third base side, so you know we're looking at our monitor when we get a chance, and boy, some of the movement on his pitches is just incredible. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Another breaking ball in the dirt. Minnick will throw to first to record the out. And Javi Torres strikes out the side in an incredibly impressive 5th inning.
Buries that curveball. How about that?
6 up, 6 down for the Texas-born right-hander. We head to the 6th. 2-1. White leads the blue in the New Balance Future Star Series main event.
So we got Hudson. We got the new hitters, right?
Hudson Maddox is back to work here, and as we start the top of the 6th inning, 2-1, white team leading the blue. This will be his 3rd inning of work, and we start to see some changes on both these squads as we get our first look here at a new hitter for the white squad. This is Vinny Hudson, who's one of the youngest players in this game. He's actually a 2024 high school graduate from Hacienda Heights, California, and he takes a strike. 1-0, 6'3", 175-pound infielder and right-handed pitcher. Pretty good on the mound. This is a legit two-way talent. Pitch. That one misses. And the count is 1-1. Hudson is committed to the University of Arizona. Plays for Steve Trombley's outstanding travel program, Trombley Baseball, as that one misses away. Oliver Service, the new catcher for the Blue Squad. You got to look at Hudson. He is competing against his travel coach. Steve is one of the coaches on the Blue Squad. Swing and a miss. 2-2. One of the really good travel ball coaches in the country. 2-2 the count to Hudson, the leadoff man in the sixth. White scoring the go-ahead run thanks to a hustle double and a wild pitch. Called strike three. A breaking ball there from Maddox. That's out number one.
A couple good curveballs. That sequence there, you see the big, slow breaking curveball started it out on that left shoulder of the hitter. It comes inside for a strike three.
Cooper Pratt will bat now. Pratt greeted Maddox with a solo home run to the bullpen in left. The designated hitter now moving from shortstop to the DH position as he takes a strike. It's 0-1. Boston Barrows taking over at short for the White Squad.
I like Maddox there making the adjustment. Went first pitch fastball, gave up a homer. And first pitch curve.
Pratt lines that one down the left field line, and moving over is the left fielder. That's Browner, makes the catch. That's out number two. But Pratt has hit 2 balls on the screws. That one a little thinner, but he's made good contact so far tonight.
Still goes in the book as an L7. I'll give it one to him. That's pretty hard hit as well. He's had 3 really good at-bats there, attacking the fastball, all 3 of them.
2 outs. Here's Ryan Limerick, left-handed hitting outfielder, takes a strike. 0-1. Limerick's first plate appearance. California born outfielder from Studio City. That one fouled back.
UC Santa Barbara commit. Always love the guys who choose the scenic colleges.
I mean,
can't get much better than that.
Campus is better. Andrew Checketts and the great program that he's built there with the Gauchos.
Going to have plenty of scouts to come see you.
Well, some scouts that may want to move in. Pitch upstairs. It's 1-2. Santa Barbara in the Big West. A Big West baseball fan. Love the way the Big West plays.
See, Limerick has power potential, really good balance at the plate.
That one misses outside. It's 2-2.
Service trying to steal the strike. Don't blame him for trying. That was pretty close.
Limerick with the open stance, waits. And the 2-2. That one chopped towards the third base side of the mound. Maddox has it. Throws to first into the runner, but a nice job by Keys, the new first baseman, to make the play in foul territory. And Maddox settles in and sets down the last 6 that he faces. We've played 5.5. White 2, blue 1. It's the New Balance Future Stars Series main event. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Javi Torres back to work for his 3rd inning for the White Squad on this cool, clear night here in Hartford, day 1 and game 1 of the New Balance Future Stars Series main event. As Torres toes the rubber, getting ready to face Ace Reese from Canton, Texas. And the first pitch to the left-handed hitting infielder is a changeup that misses away. It's 1-0. Ace Reese plays for Five Star Performance, which is a very good travel program. And you can see there he's committed to University of Houston. Todd Whitting's bunch takes a strike. It's 1-1. University of Houston just a year away from moving into the Big 12 Conference. 1-1. Upstairs, it's 2-1. Torres has been super impressive on the mound so far, Jim, and really outside of this, hitters worked ahead and been very, very efficient.
Struck out the side last inning, has struck out 4 of the 6 batters he's faced, and I want to talk about generating soft contact. The only 2 balls put in play were soft grounders to short.
Pitch to the 6'3", 190-pound infielder is a breaking ball strike. It's 2-2. Torres flutter in the glove as he gets the grip, rocks and delivers. That one popped up foul over our head.
Looks a little Luis Garcia to me for the Houston Astros.
That's a really good count.
Torres there, little rock. Doesn't quite do the
rock the baby.
Rock the baby like Luis Garcia does, but nonetheless, some similar movements there.
2-2 in the dirt. The count's full. The leadoff man in the 6th.
I see you back there, Minnick. Nice job, nice block. Moving back there with 2 strikes.
Tyler Minnick, Georgia Tech commit behind the plate. His 2nd inning of work. A good look at the big catcher and a swing and a miss at a fastball. That one is at 90, but it plays up.
That thing is aggressive, firm, we call it, right? In on his hands. Big swing there by Reese. That's not going to catch up to that fastball.
Strikeout number 5 for Torres and 4 in a row for the right-hander. 1 out, and here is Rowdy Rodriguez. Pitch is a breaking ball strike. It's 0-1.
Let's see what Rodriguez can do here. An advanced hitter versus an advanced pitcher. This is a good matchup here.
Rodriguez committed to South Carolina. Pitch. And he takes a strike. It's 0-2. Now, he's one of the older prep players in the 23 class, which may move him to South Carolina more, especially at the top of the draft, the way some teams act now. He is down on 3 pitches. A good breaking ball again from Torres, and that's now 5 strikeouts in a row for the right-hander.
Torres burying that breaking ball there. Nice job by Minnick to stay with that ball and make the throw on the inside part of the bag. But, man, oh, man, that was curveball, fastball, curveball, and it was lights out
and
for Rodriguez.
Here is Trey Phelps. Blue team down a run in the 6th, and he swings to the first pitch and puts it in play to left. On the run of the left fielder and slowing and making the catch is Limerick, and the inning is over. What an impressive night for Javi Torres, the right-hander from Converse, Texas. Fan 6 in 3 perfect innings of work. We've played 6. White 2, blue 1, New Balance Future Stars Series main event. To the 7th inning we go. White leads blue 2-1, and on this beautiful night
Center fielder number 77.
in Hartford, Cole Langford is going to be the new pitcher for the blue squad. As Eric Guevara is going to take over at third. Trey Phelps suffered a bit of a toe issue in that last at bat and has had to come out of the game. And the first pitch is a breaking ball to Tyler Minnick from Cole Langford. It's 0-1. Langford, a left-handed pitcher, 6'4", 205 from Raleigh, North Carolina. Goes to Leesville Road High School. He drops a breaking ball low. It's 1-1. Langford was originally committed to NC State, decommitted, and just a couple weeks ago decided to commit to Old Dominion. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Now, he's one of the younger guys in this class, Jim. This is one of the unique things about this event is that you have a handful of guys who are 2024 high school graduates. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He's got a pretty good feel for an off-speed pitch. That's a tough hitter in Tyler Minnick. He just fanned one out.
How about that? Looks like a little bit of an off-speed pitch. He can change speeds off of that pitch, which is an advanced approach for anybody, but for a lefty, it makes him even more difficult, especially against righties, and that was an excellent located pitch.
I believe you would call Langford a high-waisted left-hander?
I was going to say, long-legged delivery, and there's some deception with that delivery. Kind of a long arm action as well. That arm comes in behind him, but you can see some projectability too with that fastball.
Zach Plaskard's 0 for 2. Left-handed hitting first baseman, waits. Takes low, it's 2-0. Langford was a pretty big amateur basketball player for a while. He was on the Adidas circuit for a while. So he's more than just a baseball player, although he's focused on baseball now, as that would misses in 3-0. And I was talking to him a little bit, and he said, yeah, I've gotten to be pretty good friends with Paul McNeil, who is one of the top 15 players in the 2024 high school class and has basically all of the big programs after him. 3-0 breaking ball strike. It's 3-1.
How about that for a 3-0 pitch?
Yeah.
That's an advanced
drop a
approach.
curveball in there.
Let me just drop this thing in there. 3-0. Wow.
3-1. That one chopped to third, charging Guevara. Throws on the run to first, in time to get him 2 outs.
Boy, that was smooth for a guy who was out of the game, comes back in because of the injury, and it looked like he's been playing third base for quite a while. Comes in, makes the nice little play on the run, off the correct foot. Perfect throw.
He's been pretty impressive defensively today, I'll say, and you know, he knocked in the blue run with a base hit, too. He's got a bright future, does Guevara. 2 outs. And the first pitch misses up and away. Ball 1. This is Austin Lemon, switch hitter, playing center field. And the 1-0 to him. Outside, it's 2-0. This is Lemon's first plate appearance.
Well, Lemon's got a nice approach, easy swing. It's good bat control. Likes to use the whole field. It's a good matchup for him.
2-0. Swing and a miss out in front on that one. Looked like it was diving away from him a little bit. It's 2-1.
Almost looked like a changeup there, although his fastball's been 88, 89. Lanford's has been, so maybe a little two-seam life action down and away.
That had a ton of movement on it, the pitch. That one.
That looked like a little changeup
yep.
there. There we go.
Missed upstairs. It's 3-1.
That might have been what he struck out Minnick on, was the changeup, not the curveball. I thought originally it was a curve, but nice little fading change.
3-1. There's a breaking ball that misses outside, ball 4. And a 5-pitch walk for Lemon in his first plate appearance.
Well, Lanford doesn't hesitate with the confidence of the breaking ball. He'll throw it in any count. He throws it in fastball counts. There he did 3-0 his previous at bat. There 3-1. Just missed the location for a walk. 2-out walk.
Boston Barrow bats 6'1", 175-pound left-handed hitter from Santa Margarita, California. He is committed to UCLA. He is your kind of prototypical West Coast baseball player. I'll tell you, you want to know who he reminds me of at this same age? A little bit.
Age. Boston Barrow. Who does he remind you
Mickey
of?
Moniak, who was also
Yeah.
a Southern California kid, former #1 overall pick. That one upstairs, it's 1-0. Moniak had a little bit different reputation as a line drive hitter, but same kind of physicality. Barrow's an infielder, obviously Moniak an outfielder, but he can run a little bit. He uses the whole field well. He's just a good player. Grounder to second, gobble up there and throw to first in time to get Barrow. And Langford works around the 2-out walk. It's time to stretch here in Hartford with white leading blue 2-1 in the New Balance Future Stars Series main event. Bottom 7, white leads blue 2-1. And Jackson Elizondo will take over on the mound. Wind blowing ever so slightly out towards left field. 2-1 game. Elizondo, the third pitcher for the white team. 5'11", 190-pound left-hander from Smithson Valley High School in San Antonio. And the Baylor commit, his first pitch misses. 1-0. Facing Oliver Service. The delivery. Foul back. Fastball that was elevated in the count. 1-2 now to Service.
Elizondo likes to pitch up in the strike zone. He's got a little funkiness to his delivery that creates some deception, but I like the live fastball there up in the zone. We'll see what kind of curveball he mixes in off of that.
It's the Service at his feet.
Little slider in on the right-hander's back foot. Set up this pitch, maybe a fastball down and away. And 2-1 count.
Delivery. Way high in the count, 3-1. Took off on him.
The catcher was setting up down and ends up and away, so not really having quite the command that we have seen on the previous pitches, certainly with Javi Torres anyway.
That one foul back. That one seemed to get on Service, though, and the count's full. Service, the leadoff man for the blue team here in the 7th, his first at bat. Service is from Detroit. He is committed, though, to University of Texas. And he's ready for the payoff. And he serves one into shallow center field, and that's a leadoff single.
I love that at bat there for Service. 2 strikes, just putting the ball in play. That pitch out over the plate a little bit, and he just goes with it into center field and gets himself a little flare single.
And now Service, not your typical catcher. He will run. He's actually a running back in high school football, so he can move, and he will take opportunities to run. First pitch misses high and away. From Elizondo, it's 1-0. This is Mason Reesing from South Caldwell High School in Granite Falls, North Carolina. He takes high, it's 2-0. Reesing committed to Charleston Southern recently.
Strong kid, you can see some power potential in his swing.
Swing and a miss. A little tardy on that fastball. It's 2-1.
Late on that 88-mile-an-hour fastball. That kind of shows you the deception that we were talking about there with Elizondo. You can get by with an 88 up.
Breaking ball is tapped foul at the plate, and the count 2-2.
He quickly comes back after being behind 2-0 with a fastball and then a curveball. Good pitcher's count here. Let's see what he decides to go. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes at another breaking ball.
Runner goes. Pitch is in the dirt. Minnick will have no chance to throw out Service, who goes in standing up a little awkwardly, but Service steals second.
Going on first movement there, you can see Elizondo more focused on the hitter there, trying to strike him out.
He thought about a dive and realized there was no throw and then shut it down. 3-2. In the dirt, ball 4, and Service is going to take off for third. Minnick will have no throw.
Good read on that pitch there. Ball in the dirt. I love those ball. We've seen a couple of really good reads today where the ball barely gets out of the dirt and you see the base runner advancing a base.
Yeah, good look at it, that secondary lead. And even with the hesitation, Jim, he had enough momentum that he could get there easily.
Now, you mentioned it. He's got good speed, so he doesn't even need to get that good of a jump to be able to move up 90 feet. And that's just an important base running move there.
Trent Keys bats and takes a strike from Freedom High School in Oakley, California. He is uncommitted. Left-handed hitter. Throws right, and he takes a breaking ball in the dirt. Count 1-1. Keys has played all over the diamond as an amateur. That one loads 2-1. He was a catcher primarily until he reached his teenage years, and now he's been moved to first base. He'll play some third as well. He's playing first tonight. 6'2", 200 pounds. He takes a strike. It's 2-2. Plays some outfield as well.
Keys pushing a 4.25 GPA. Did you see that?
We should all be so lucky.
You add your freshman and sophomore year, it doesn't equal 4.25.
Pitch, swing, and a miss. Tried to hold up on a breaking ball. He's out on strikes, and that's the first out of the seventh.
Well, all of a sudden, Elizondo, who really didn't have great command of his pitches, found it there, ends up burying a breaking ball, and gets the first out.
Shortstop, number 9, David Bellania.
Well, here's David Bellania. The tying run is at third with one out. 2-1, white team leads, last of the seventh pitch. Bellania takes high a ball, 1-0. Bellania is tapped back to the mound and struck out swinging in his 2 plate appearances so far. Pitch, swinging a foul back.
A couple tough at-bats there for Bellania. I mean, having to face Javi Torres was no fun chore, that is for sure. Struck out there in the 5th. And this is a little bit of a funky arm action here from Elizondo here. Another difficult at-bat.
Said it was fouled back. It was actually swung and a miss. Pitch, runner goes. Throw down to second is not in time, and Service will come home to score. Minnick, the catcher, didn't look him back. Went after the runner at second. The throw was late, and the blue team has tied the score on the double steal.
Love the aggressiveness here from the blue team. Ended up being a one-hopper down there to second base. Our Ardois could not hold on to it. I think he might have had the runner at second there, but still with one out, runner at third easily scored.
So the double steal leads to a run, and now the go-ahead run is in scoring position in this 2-2 game.
Firm fastball up and in. Elizondo still having a hard time locating.
That one popped up, foul, first base side, long run for Plaskert, and he'll land in the second row of seats there. So the count 3-2. That run, I think you got to give a lot of credit to Oliver Service for that run for the blue team. Leadoff single on a 2-strike pitch, steals second, goes to third on the dirt ball, comes home on the back end of the double steal. He really made things happen on the bases. The pitch upstairs, ball 4.
That man down there in the right field line looking for that ball. Looks like this scout, Greg Mohart. Mike Trout's signing scout.
Hey, get a look
Greg
at
lives here in Connecticut. Used to work for me with the Mets, tracking that ball down.
Who's he with now?
Trying to figure out where he ended up landing after he left the Angels.
First pitch misses high. 1-0. Do you think he would get a lifetime contract after fighting Mike Trout?
I would think that there would be teams lining up to sign up Greg Mohart as the scout.
David Stanley bats. The Ontario product, playing for the Mississauga Tigers. That's his travel ball squad. Swing and a miss. Count 1-1. That's a terrific travel ball program in suburban Toronto. The Naylor brothers have all played there. Dalton and Tristan Pompey both played with Mississauga. Really great program in Ontario. Pitch, breaking ball, strike. 1-2.
We'll see if Elizondo can get himself out of trouble here. The walks have really hurt him so far. He obviously gave up that little flare single into center field, but he's had 2 walks, sandwiched a strikeout.
Breaking ball misses high, and the count 2-2.
Really having a hard time locating any one particular pitch. Be a couple that'll scatter, and then all of a sudden they'll throw a breaking ball in for a strike.
It's been a long inning for him. He's already at 28 pitches, the delivery. Up and away, and the count is full.
Not finishing his pitch there. It's been a little inconsistent, that delivery, and I think that's what the hard part about a funky type of delivery. It is difficult to repeat that delivery.
1 out, 3-2. Runner's not going. Swing and a miss. Snap throw behind the runner at first, and they got him. Tyler Minnick back picking the runner at first, guns him down, and it's a strike him out, throw him out double play to end the inning. But the blue team ties the game, and Minnick's defense saves them after that huge secondary lead. And the runner gets picked off. We've played 7, 2-2, white and blue. New Balance Futures Series main event. We head to the 8th, 2-2 the score, white and blue, in this New Balance Future Stars Series main event with Jim Duquette. I'm Mike Farron. And Sam Ardoin is going to lead off here for the white team in the 8th. His dad, Danny, former big league catcher who I believe played for you in Baltimore in 2006 when you were the general manager there.
For a short minute there when we got him, we were in trouble there with Ramon Hernandez getting injured and trading Javi Lopez. We needed a catcher. He was the guy, and then he injured himself as well. We talked about that a little bit before the game, but give me a little scouting report on Sam. Sam can really play, loves to play the game.
From Lake Charles, Louisiana. He's committed to Texas, where his brother Silas was just a fourth-round pick out of there by the Baltimore Orioles. Silas Ardoin, a terrific collegiate defensive catcher. I went upstairs. It's 2-1.
And his dad, Danny, was an excellent defensive catcher. In fact, if he was in the big leagues now, he might have a 10-year career. We were talking about that before the game. He's got 3 years of service, parts of 6 seasons.
Check swing, takes a strike. It's 2-2. I walked up to Sam at the batting cage and I said, "How are you not a catcher?" We just started laughing. He goes, "Yeah, I used to, but." I said, "What is infield safer?" He goes, "No, I might catch again. I don't know." So
his dad didn't rule it out either. We'll see what ends up happening.
The count is full. We'll see when David Pierce gets his hands on him at University of Texas. Maybe he just puts him in that Ardoin jersey he's already got in the burnt orange and sticks him behind the plate. Here's the payoff. Popped up foul, out of play, first base side.
His dad told me that Sam said, "I'm going to make them move me off of the position," which is exactly the mindset you want to have if you're a middle infielder and you think you can do it. But he has caught some before, and Danny said he's pretty darn good as a catcher, so I wouldn't be surprised if you see him back there at some point.
Well, Sam and Silas might not even be the best athletes in the family as Sam draws the leadoff walk. As their sister, Erin, just finished her freshman season at McNeese State on the softball team and was 4 for 13 as a freshman, so she's just starting her sophomore year there too. So staying
excellent athlete, excellent speed. What Danny said, he said for sure she's the best athlete in the family. It wasn't even a debate for him.
Pickoff throw, that was close. I think a better throw may have had Ardoin, but he's back diving in. And it's 2-2 game in the 8th. Anthony Cole, his first plate appearance, takes the ball high. It's 1-0. Cole from Montverde Academy, Claremont, Florida. He is committed to Florida Gulf Coast University. Pitch. He swings and skies one to right center. Rowdy Rodriguez, the new center fielder, makes the over-the-shoulder catch shy of the track in right center for out number 1.
Rowdy moved from right to center. And that is not an easy play, but he stayed with it. He was playing really shallow in center field and continued to stay on this one and traveled a pretty good distance there, catching it over his left shoulder.
This is David Stanley there, who took over for Rodriguez in right with Henley out of the game. One out for Vinny Hudson, a strikeout victim his first trip. Ardoin racing back in, standing at first. He's got a big lead, but he's able to get back, and he had a long way to run back, scamper back to the bag. Not going. That one popped up foul, first base side. He's over, but it's out of play.
So Lanford's interesting because he's got a high leg raise, and he keeps that same leg raise height, whether he's going to first or he goes to home. I'd love to see him just try a little quick pick. Maybe a step off and throw to first, see if he could pick off Ardoin. I don't know if he has that in his arsenal.
But he's got a big lead over there. He's going, and they're going to call a balk.
Calls a balk.
Boy, I thought he had him. I mean, he was taking enough time to unload it to first that Ardoin may have beaten it anyway. Yeah, his knee definitely crossed the rubber there. You actually got a good look at that from the center field camera. Great replay from our crew here. As you could see, that was clearly a balk.
Excellent, too. And he read that he was going there, but he just crossed the rubber.
Tapper back to the mound. Ardoin's going to make third without a throw as Langford's plays at first for out number 2. That was an aggressive base running move by Ardoin, too. On that comebacker, I mean, it took a little while for Langford to get it, but he had such a good secondary lead, Jim, that he was able to make third easy.
Ardois got some aggressiveness there to him, some daring moves on the base pass that I really love and appreciate. On that particular play, there's no real rush for him to get to third, but it's nice to have him there now in case there's a wild pitch.
2-2 the score, and here's Cooper Pratt. He takes low 1-0. All Pratt's done is double homer and line out to left in his 3 trips, plus played very well defensively in the first half of this game at shortstop. The 6'4" infielder takes high and away 2-0.
Ardois getting a really aggressive lead down there, secondary lead off of third base. In case that ball gets away from the catcher service, even a couple feet, he has a chance to score.
Here's the 2-0. That one in the dirt, and the count 3-0. Good stop by Service to save a run there. He had a long way to go to get to that one.
Sure was. Lanford going from the windup. Not that big of a deal now with Pratt at the plate. Ardois not really going anywhere, but it does allow him to get a real healthy secondary lead.
Well, you got a lefty on deck. You don't want to necessarily groove one to Pratt here. He swings and fouls that one down the right field line and out of play.
I love the 3-0 swing, though. Pratt been aggressive all night long, attacking fastballs.
He is a crazy baseball family. And he's got a brother that plays at BYU. His uncle Trent is the new head coach at BYU, just named in June. You may remember his uncle Scott, who played with Cleveland and Atlanta in the minor leagues for a long time. Played at Auburn. Sure. A ton of family bloodlines. Drive into the air in right center. Rodriguez will run it down shy of the track. An excellent running catch by Rowdy Rodriguez to end the inning. Pratt gave it a ride, but wow, Rodriguez playing very shallow made a great grab.
That's 2 plays he's made this inning. That one more difficult than the one prior. He stayed with it and makes the catch.
7.5 in the books. 2-2 our score. White and blue. New Balance. Future Series main event. Bottom 8, 2-2 the score. Get a look at the blue dugout. They rallied to tie the game in the last half inning before a strike him out, throw him out double play. Got Jackson Elizondo out of the last frame. First pitch from Elizondo misses outside to Holden Browner. It's 1-0. Browner struck out his first trip. Pitch, that one hit on the ground to short. Boston Barrow charges and fires a strike to first just in time to get Browner racing down the line, 1 out.
Browner get down the line, nice. That one, I think if we were in a Major League Stadium, we'd be calling for a replay on this one. Nice throw and arm there across the diamond to get him just in time.
I almost seemed like Barrow wound up on that one a little more, Jim.
Yeah.
I don't know if he had to do it again, if he'd play it more on the run, but he certainly had enough arm strength to get him. Ace respats, and he takes a strike, 0-1.
Gathered himself and held a little too long. I think you're right. If he was going to do that again, if he got around it like he did, he has to get rid of it a little quicker. But certainly had the arm strength to get the speedy runner.
Pitch. Upstairs. It's 1-1. I will say, we had a look at the high school all-star game that was in L.A., right? The prospect development pipeline, and it was a very, very sloppy day. Now, having seen a number of these players this summer, as there's a strike, it's 1-2. I can tell you, I think that is an absolute aberration as you get another look at that replay there. It was very close at first.
I think the ump got it right, though.
Here's the 1-2.
Yeah, that game
that one just missed.
that we saw at Dodger Stadium was lacking in any type of fundamentals. And sometimes you see that with the tough defensive mistake or two, and then it snowballs on you, and you start to see it all the way through the game. And we just saw it time and time again. It was a real sloppy one, and not indicative of the talent that was on the field that day either.
No, and in a lot of those same players, having watched them this summer, as Reese has worked the count full, they have been excellent defensively. And that one upstairs, it's ball 4, a third walk from Elizondo. But I will say that from a defensive standpoint, in the last 10 years of watching high school showcases, that this is one of the better defensive classes. The players make the routine plays pretty well in this group. This is my opinion on it, but I have not seen a whole lot of defensive miscues, and to this point, it has been a very clean game here as Roddy Rodriguez takes a strike.
I have not seen as many games as you have, but this one here though is one of those where it stands out. It's been exceptional. The defensive plays that we've seen, it's short, up the middle and center field, a couple plays at second.
Tapper to second. 2 second for one. Ardoin will get just that force there, as it was too slowly hit the turn 2 on the speedy Rodriguez. 2 outs. But like even that play.
Even that play, that's not an easy play. And you want to make sure you get the lead runner here in a tie game in the 8th if you can do it, and he does. He ends up making the play, and it's the right move. It's the right call there.
And Barrow, who just had shown off his arm, just held it. He ate that one, and you'll see a lot of times in the past you would see that play be a rushed throw to first. But I think it's one of the things that's really intriguing about this potential draft class is Guevara hits. Guevara hitting in Trey Phelps' spot here after replacing him because of an injury. That one low, it's 1-0. Is that this class is deep with really quality players, and they're quality players on both sides of the ball. Defense seems to have been an emphasis with this class in particular. That one up and away, it's 2-0. That's just my read.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. There might be a number of area scouts and cross-checkers who've seen these guys, over the course of the summer that would disagree, but it just feels a lot cleaner. Pitch. Foul back.
It's interesting because we did miss a lot of the season there a couple years ago, and there's still that kind of lag that you see in the quality of the talent that you see on occasion. And that's what stands out to me here, is that it is not the case here in this event, certainly, and some of the events that you've seen as well. The quality has been there, and usually the fundamentals are the ones that suffer.
Right.
And we've actually seen, we had one bad base running play where they back picked him there last inning at first base, but outside of that, we've seen a real aggressiveness and aggressive stealing bases, but aggressive taking the extra base.
But I think it was even an aggressive base running play on that back pick. I mean, it was just a huge secondary lead. Barrow on the backhand, gloves, throws to first, and that's another slick fielding play from this collection of high schoolers. Boy, are they good defensively. This is an excellent play.
Oh, how about that? Backhand play on the run, his feet still moving, gathers himself, strong throw. We saw the arm strength earlier. We see it again.
We head to the 9th, tied at 2 in the New Balance Future Stars Series main event. On to the ninth, tied at 2. Cole Langford back to work. As you get a look at the party deck here at Dunkin' Donuts Park in Hartford. It is a crisp, cool night. It feels like October baseball, and we have a low-scoring, well-played game tonight. As Ryan Limerick leads off, the left-handed hitting outfielder takes a strike, 0-1.
Not a ton of offense, obviously. Pitching has been dominating for the most part, with the exception of a couple of walks there last inning where we see a run, but the pitching's been fantastic.
Grounder to short. And a throw low and bobbled there by Keys, and the leadoff man will reach.
Now here we are complimenting these guys on their defense, and I thought this was a relatively routine play, maybe rushed the throw a little bit, but the ball that was in the dirt, first baseman Keys couldn't hold on to it.
So the leadoff man's going to reach. That's the first error of this ball game.
It's Belania right over there at shortstop. He's had a tough night, you know, offensively hasn't been able to make a ton of contact. Got on base with a walk, but got back picked like we talked about.
Tyler Minnick clubs one to deep left field, down the line, and that ball is gone into the second row. Minnick, jumping on the first pitch, has given the White squad a 4-2 lead.
First pitch fastball. We saw it again with the aggressiveness here of the White team when they've gotten a fastball that they could do some damage. They've done it, and Minnick, it's this time the 2-run homer.
That ball was sent deep into the night. You get a good look at Minnick's swing there, and he knew it right away.
Cooper Pratt hit a first pitch fastball there back in the 4th for a solo homer, and Minnick does it first pitch fastball for a 2-run homer here in the 9th.
First time Lanford has been scored upon. And the first pitch swung on and missed by Plaskard. 0-1. Minnick, a 2-run home run, the second homer of the night for the White team. Cooper Pratt added one as well. And the Georgia Tech commit Minnick has given his squad the lead. Roller to second, gobbled up there and throw to first. Plenty of time to get Plaskard one out.
Oh, nice pitch there, and nice job coming back there. Lanford, little 2-seamer in on the hands there of Plaskard. Soft ground ball to second base for the first out. I like the fact he's coming right back at the big guy after giving up the 2-run homer.
That'll bring up Austin Lemon, who walked his first trip. First pitch to him. That one misses outside, 1-0. I will say this about Lanford. He looks like he's going to be a tough out for lefties. And I don't know that it's the arm angle so much, Jim, as that's 2 of the 3 balls in play in this inning that have just eaten up left-handed hitters, just run in on their hands.
He's got that really good late 2-seam life that goes to his arm side. Hasn't quite been able to command it to righty hitters, but to lefties, he just eats them up.
Lemon serves that one to right. Coming in is Stanley. He'll make the catch for out number 2. David Stanley, the right fielder, records the second out. It's 4-2 White team.
The shortstop, number 23, Boston
And here's Boston Barrow. He is lined to right and grounded out twice to second. Well, now let's see.
Let's see what happens here. The left on left again.
Barrow's seen him once and grounded to second, so let's see if he is able to make an adjustment. Breaking ball misses away, 1-0.
Interesting there with a first pitch curveball. Got that good 2-seamer in, but goes back to it. Oh, I like that back-to-back curveballs. How about that?
1-1.
Lanford done a nice job. Didn't get rattled after giving up the 2-run homer here. He's got the quick 2 outs there after that. We'll see if he can finish this inning out.
Pitch popped up foul. Out of play. Got in on his hands.
Not sure if that was a changeup there. Comes in at 84. I think it was. A little fading action. And Barrow fought it off.
I think you've seen Lanford, who's one of the younger players in this game, the velocity maybe decrease a little bit as the outing's gone on, too. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase the high fastball that time, and the inning is over. But the white team gets the lead. Tyler Minnick. A blast to left. Their second home run of the night, and we go to the bottom of the ninth. White leads blue 4-2 in the New Balance Future Stars Series main event. We head to the bottom of the ninth. The blue team trailing the white team 4-2, and we have a fourth pitcher of the night for the white squad. This is Vinny Hudson, the two-way player. He is a 2024 high school graduate. We mentioned before that he's pretty good on the mound and at the plate. And he's going to face Oliver Service to start things here. Service manufactured the second blue run on his own the last time, and he hits a soft line at a short, caught by Barrow. One pitch, one out in the ninth for Hudson.
Love that for Hudson right out of the gate. Like to go first pitch strike. Service hacking right away, but it's a nice, easy liner.
One out, and that'll bring up Mason Reesing.
White team's previous pitcher, Elizondo, scattered 3 walks, gave up that 1 run. I don't think they wanted to go to him in the ninth with the lead.
So Hudson going to try and lock it down here. The pitch. Swinging a foul back.
Little slider.
1-1.
Most of these guys able to throw their breaking balls for strikes tonight. Very rare exception that we've seen them not locate the off speed, which is impressive.
Pitch. Called strike.
Another off speed right there.
He's landing that, and it's 1-2. Now remember, this is a kid who is a junior in high school right now. So he is younger than the other competitors. The pitch. Ooh. That one just missed. Not by much. It's 2-2.
A real firm fastball. Oh, nice try.
Yeah.
Minnick trying to frame that one. Maybe a little aggressive on the frame.
Kind of yanked it back towards the middle. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase one in the dirt, and it bounces away from Minnick and up the third baseline. And Reesing's going to reach. Well, that's a tough break for Minnick because that bounced off his mask and kicked up the line.
Now, Minnick's, I love the way he moves back there, and he's done a really good job a couple of times keeping the ball in front of him, but this one just took a bad hop. You see it bounce up. I thought it was off his mask, but it was off the chest protector, yeah.
It sounded like it hit his mask.
Wrist,
yeah,
something.
Maybe.
You know, wrist guard, it sounded something metal.
Normally you don't hear the ball sound like that off the chest protector, so that's that breaking ball. He tries to backhand, and it goes to the screen, and Reesing will reach second.
All right, Minnick's got to get himself back together here, which it's a ball that he should be able to keep there, and might still be thinking about that last pitch that got away from him with 2 strikes. As a catcher, you know, you don't want to see balls get by, and they're not trying to. That can get in your head a little bit with 2 strikes. You end up striking a guy out, but he gets on base.
1-0 to Trent Keys, misses inside. It's 2-0.
And he boxed that one too. So I like Hudson in the way he's throwing, his aggressiveness here. We'll see if he can get out of this mini jam.
2-0 the count. Tying run at the plate for the Blue squad. Bottom 9. Keys hits a soft liner to second. Caught by Ardoin. Throw to second, not in time. That's out number 2.
So a couple soft line drives, not much to it.
I think that's catcher's interference is what's going to be called there. It looks like Keys is safe at first.
Wow, that is another tough play here for Minnick. He has had a tough couple of pitches here, and he made contact on the catcher's mitt, and boy, that one hurts.
That's going to be an error on Minnick, and so it's a catcher's interference, and now the winning run at the plate. And that one fouled back and out of play. This is David Balania. Balania, who is from here in the Boston area, actually from the Dominican Republic, but goes to school here. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. He fouls that one into the glove of Minnick. It's 0-2.
Balania's had a bit of a tough night here at the plate. A little bit of a longer swing here, and love to see him shorten up and see if he can punch something through the right side. He got second base there, kind of vacating, trying to keep the runner at second a little closer.
Runners get their lead. The pitch, that one outside. It's 1-2.
So there's a couple of outs here. This game should be over for Vinny Hudson. He's done a nice job, but a wild pitch on a strike 3 call that gets away, and then the catcher interference has him in a bit of trouble.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him that time. That's a second strikeout for Hudson. He shows pretty good breaking ball here for this high school junior.
He's thrown some really good breaking balls, and that's the 4th out of the inning, but it's only second out that's been recorded.
David Stanley is the last chance here for the Blue squad. They're down a pair. Stanley struck out swinging his first trip. He swings and fouls it back. Oh, he had a pitch to hit there, a fastball in the middle of the plate, and was just hardy, 0-1.
90 miles an hour up in the zone, and Hudson continues to pump strikes.
Going to look at Minnick, the catcher. Giving the signs. Runners get their lead at first and second. The pitch to Stanley. Called strike on the outside corner at 91. It's 0-2.
He's had 2 really good fastballs. That 90, that was up 91 on the corner. He's thrown a good breaking ball. Would not be surprised if he goes 0-2 slider off the outside part to see if he can get him to chase.
No balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Winning run at the plate. The pitch. Swinging a chopper towards short. Glove by Barrow. Slings to first. Just in time to get Stanley, and the ball game is over. Tyler Minnick's 2-run homer in the top of the 9th. The difference and some sparkling defense by Boston Barrow over the last 2 innings helps to seal the victory. That was a very difficult play.
How about that for Barrow? When you look at that play to end the game, off balance throw, slow roller, tough play, but he made it. He made a couple of really difficult plays here the last couple innings of this game.
4-2 the final. It's a very happy white team high-fiving on the first base side. This the first of 3 games this weekend. We'll have a doubleheader for you from Fenway Park tomorrow. First pitch at 12:15 here at FutureStarSeries.com and on YouTube, as Lana Rizzo will join Jim Duquette and I for that. Now for our entire crew here at Dunkin' Donuts Park in Hartford, Connecticut, I'm Mike Farron saying so long and thanks for joining us tonight. The white team defeats the blue 4-2 in the New Balance Future Stars Series main event. We will talk to you tomorrow afternoon from beautiful Fenway Park in Boston here at FutureStarSeries.com.